Hey everybody, so today we've got a Sennheiser EW100 G3 microphone. It's got a 945 capsule in there. Pretty decent mic as far as things go. The capsule is the key bit on this. Anyway, it's coming because we've had something go wrong with the antenna in here, so that usually sticks on the end there, and I've undone it already using I don't know whether this will come up on there, using one of these. No, I'll show you the screw. So the screw is like it's a star thing. I don't know what they're called. I'm not the greatest on electronics or screws or anything like that, but you know, if something's going wrong, then we can certainly look at it and see what we can do. So when I took this off, basically the microphone's cutting in and out. It works, say, 80% of the time, and every now and then cuts in and out. So what we did was we checked the receiver, made sure that was okay and that wasn't getting interfered with, put an extra long aerial on it, things like that. Make sure it was picking up everything that it wanted to pick up. And when I undid this, what should happen is the little white thing inside is actually the aerial itself, and that should have stayed, sorry, there's a little on off button there, that should have stayed attached to there, because that little wire there, I don't know whether you can see that, turn it that way, there's a little wire there, should be still soldered to this little fella here. So basically that sits in there. There's two little holes, little pilot holes there, like that. That should stay in there. Sorry, let me get that a little bit more central for you. But it wasn't, so I need to basically solder that back on. Simple as that. And that loose connection there obviously was touching that, but as soon as you like move the mic, it was wiggling about a bit. It was basically cutting out. Simple as that. Right, so what we've got to do is solder that little chap back onto there. Hopefully that will sort it out, and then we'll put the whole thing back together. There's no reason why it shouldn't work after this, but you never know. Sennheiser mics are okay to, fix up and stuff like that, and don't particularly want to spend out on another, this portion of the mic itself is, it's pretty expensive. Well, it's all expensive, but, there we go. Okay, so what we do, nice and easy, pop that in there. Let's get that on there. Right, there we go. And my little chap here ready to go. Let's get a little bit of solder, a little bit of fresh solder on there, make sure it's all okay. Don't want to put too much on there. Hang on a second. Let's get that open. I can't even open it, look. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. So what we do is get a little soldering iron, pop a little bit of solder on there, pop, pop. So yeah, a bit more perhaps. I don't know whether that's, we'll check to see whether that's, no, it's not. Okay, so we need a little bit more. looks like the one. It's not the greatest solder, but if it holds, yep, that's holding. Okay, so that is as simple as that. So what we do is we put the little spongy back on, put this gently back on, make sure it's the right way around, that would help, wouldn't it? Nice and gently. There we go. Nice and gently. And you can see where the control is. There. Okay. So screw this back in. You've got one on this side. Okay. Don't know whether that click was the solder breaking or it fitting in back into position. So we'll go and test this. And remember, the mic's going to work fine and the signal's going to come up on here okay. It's just the actual transmission and aerial going to the receiver. So it's nice and solid there. That's nice and solid, and it wasn't solid before. Okay, and then we'll pop these little chaps back in now. So it's just a few more screws in here, the same sort with the little star thing. So I think it's a 1.5 little screw. That's the measurement of what that is on there. Sorry, it's a bit fiddly, this. We'll tighten it up nicely. Okay, next one around here. So yeah, that click is, when I was doing that up there, just worried about that little click. If that was the solder and the wire breaking off the solder, then plan B is to maybe get a little bit of wire that's a little bit more flexible, perhaps solder each end, and effectively make it so that you push it in, it's not a problem. It will have a little bit of give. That's the word we're looking for. Okay, nice and tight. There we go. Let's get some batteries in there. Make sure it all powers up and stuff. One other common problem that I might tell you about is quite often these don't power up, and you you think it's a knackered mic. All it is these little contacts here quite often get pushed that way. So sorry, there you go, that's a better angle. These contacts here, there and there, it's the positive contacts of each of the batteries. Ever so slightly, screwdriver, pull them out a bit so that they get better contacts on the battery, and you should be good to go. There's never been a problem in this one. Let's get that around the right way. Flip that little down. There we go. Screws up nicely. There we go, no wobbles or anything. On button is on the bottom. There we go, fires up nicely. There we go. 1, 2. So you can see there we go, it's a better angle. It's receiving all right. So we just need to get that. Sorry, just hit the mic, not the mic, the thing. So we just need to make sure that that's sending a signal over to the receiver, and we should be good to go. Okay, and that is it. That is it in theory anyway, as long as it didn't break. That's how you fix an aerial on the mic that's cutting out.